On July 17, 2014, the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System hosted its annual Vendor Outreach Fair for vendors seeking to work with the Federal Reserve System and the FIREA agencies. Procuring the Future was held at the Mayflower Hotel in the center of the District of Columbia.
This shows our commitment to supplier diversity, very, very important to us. It's a daily discussion on our end, and we want to make sure we do it right. So happy to take feedback. I've already gotten some feedback from vendors on our process. We all love to hear that.
Contracting officers and program managers attended the fair, and vendors had a chance to meet them face to face.
We're going to provide you with lots of information that you can use so you can understand how to do business with the Federal Reserve System.
The fair provides vendors with information that is otherwise difficult to get, especially all in one place. Doing business with the Federal Reserve is just a little bit different.
We do not follow the federal acquisition regulation. Therefore, during our vendor fair, we provide our own training so that vendors can understand how to do business with us.
This is your opportunity to prove to us that you know what you're doing, that you can do it. And it's not just technical. The management volume is talking about how you're going to manage your resources, how you're going to bring additional people in to match the schedule, so on and so forth. There's a lot of different things here. You have to respond to all of them.
Vendors were able to sell their services and learn more about what specific needs are and how to work within the parameters that will, in the end, benefit both parties.
Everyone has been extremely helpful in providing information that I think will be useful in doing business with the Federal Reserve Board.
This program has been really good. It came here last year too. It was really useful for us as well.
They're sharing a wealth of information that we wouldn't get generally. And I'm meeting a lot of good people and hoping to make contacts that award me a contract.
We are not currently doing any business with the Fed right now, so we're hoping to do that today.
It's put out a lot of information for some of their future opportunities.
You can actually load your information on one page as you make sure facilitating the whole event. If you can come in and maybe do a presentation or
right. There was selling.
Okay. So it goes by quarter by year.
So I would concentrate on these. Okay.
Gotcha. I know they don't.
And there were plenty of questions to be asked. And plenty of answers.
They'll tell you who's going to buy your kind of services and then you can contact.
Basically, they're chartered by Congress.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
Each agency has different needs and requirements, and this fair is a good place to get these differences sorted out so that vendors can represent themselves efficiently and waste less of their own time and resources.
The numbers have almost doubled from last year because the board provides the vendors the people they want to meet with. The vendors want to meet with the technical representatives. They come because they want to know what are your requirements.
Classroom-style sessions and presentations help vendors learn just how purchase request requirements should be interpreted and how to address them.
It's a great little project.
Special sessions address the vendors' concerns and questions.
Some further information with you. Question I've had from all of you is when? Yes?
How can we find out who's actually working with you on that, or will it be a public procurement?
We do everything at the board by invitation only, and we anticipate that this procurement is going to be a two-step solicitation process. And by that we mean step one is going to be identification of qualified prime contractors. Those of you that would be interested in finding out opportunities for partnering with those that will be invited, we are planning to do an industry day.
And even if you are not the prime contractor, there are opportunities.
Many of the things that the board does, or the system does, are actually private, invitation only, not public. And I was asking if this is going to be a public or a private, and if it was private, how would contractors, subcontractors particularly, find out which general contractors they could contact to find out about bidding on the project through a general contractor?
They found out that an industry day will be scheduled for subcontractors to meet the primes.
I'm here to do business. I represent a government agency. I want to be fair and equitable.
Vendors were able to sit down and speak with agency technical representatives. vendors were informed regarding possible needs and had time to present their services directly, person to person.
At the roundtable discussion, you have the technical representative along with 5 to 8 other business owners, and they all have the same interest because they know exactly what that table needs before they get there. The technical representative basically gives them an overview of the product or the service they're looking for, and then the vendor tells the technical representative their value proposition and their capabilities to providing them that product or service.
And then we'll do a Q&A.
That's what I can share with you at this point. For FY15, I have cards on the table. Our contract vehicle goes from Section A through, I think, Section R now. If you add additional T's and C's, the legal department will eat it for lunch.
The Dodd-Frank Act includes directives including the fair inclusion and utilization of minorities, women, and minority-owned and women-owned businesses in government contracts and procurement.
We have an aggressive outreach program. OCC did a seminar called Navigating the Alphabet Soup.
Is there any other GSA schedule that we should be on?
And we've heard it could take upwards of 9 months.
You have to have a GSA scheduled contract in order to be in line for an effort that has been deemed that we're going to GSA.
We had 1,200 vendors registered, about 600 were small business, and about 50 were large business. Of that, 400 were African American firms, over 200 were Asian firms, about 125 were Hispanic firms, about 40 Native Americans, and 8 firms that check other.
The vendor outreach fair is important to both the board and the vendors, and that shows in its success.